Oops. Apologies for the Discord sound. I thought those were muted. How do I manually put myself in streamer mode? Because I don't want that to be a thing. Shit, how do I do that? I know there's a way. Can everyone hear me? I think you can. According to the soundbars, you can. I feel like legitimately there's a way to do streamer mode manually. Ah! There it is. Turn on. Thank you. Now shut up, Discord. Just because we're doing a Discord centered stream does not in fact mean that we want the Discord sounds, okay? We don't need that. We don't. Let's see if I can get my mic to stay up a little bit here. Hello, everyone! I would just like to announce that I am in fact an idiot. Yeah. I was messing with some Discord settings the other day, and I accidentally put my bitrate way too high. So when I went to go live the last like 3 times just now, I was dropping frames like they're hot. Oh my word. But it is what it is. You live and you learn, and you make a fool of yourself on the internet. Yep. Alright. Well, I hope everyone's doing okay. Hold on, let me just get a sip of my tea here. I have hot tea with honey. I almost feel like I needed more honey in that, but hopefully... Oh, excuse me. Hopefully... Oh my gosh! Hopefully that'll keep my voice from breaking too much. And now that the ads on Twitch are finally fucking over, dear mercy, Twitch. Ay. Maybe we do some React stuff. Now, I am using a multi-chat display, so hopefully it is actually capturing everything. I do still have both streams. Well, I guess I should probably click on this one. But no, not that. There we go. Not the double audio. Okay, I guess it's not working because hi, Phantom. Alright, pop out this chat. This one's capturing Twitch though, so I don't know what's going on there. Alright, glad you can hear me. Glad I finally figured out that you were here. Alright. Oop, that's for later. Hello. Hello. How you doing, Phantom? How's been you? Oh, I am... I need a stretch. I need a good stretch. That's how my day has been. Technology is frustrating? Yeah, being stupid is even more frustrating, okay? I know. See, here's the thing. I know from experience that I can't raise my bitrate past, like, 3000. For some reason, I put my bitrate at 6000. I am stupid. It's been going. It's been going, but it's good. It's good today. And as you can see, I have a video to react to because it wasn't even last week, it was like 2 weeks ago when I covered Jose the Tiger and the Fish. I mentioned that oh, hold on, this is too loud, isn't it? There we go. When I covered Jose the Tiger and the Fish, I mentioned that there was some like Twitter drama that I saw, but I couldn't find the original video that I had initially seen with the drama. But then, just a few days ago? 4 days ago, Shoe1Head puts this video out covering the Twitter drama around this, and I could tell because it's got the Jose the Tiger and the Fish in there in the thumbnail. I was like, oh shit, I gotta react to this. Did bowling, bought a poster, and gotten some people into Avengers comics. Nice! Sounds like you had a fun day. Love that. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna watch this video and I'm gonna give my thoughts. And then I'm gonna tinker around with some Discord stuff. Oh, hold on, I have the wrong... I broke it again. But this time I know what I did. I had it muted. I need to mute that. Oh, hello? Now I lost the YouTube chat. Ding. There we go. I don't know why that went... Oh, because this is an OBS, that's why. Okay. Can I... rewind? It doesn't want me to rewind for some reason. YouTube. Let me clicky the thing. What are you doing? Maybe it's because I'm in... not in default view? Yeah. Okay, that's so stupid. But whatever. There we go. Okay. The fourth time? What, the fourth time I tried to start the stream? Yes. I am stupid. Anyway.
Men. What do they want? Money? Status? Fast, expensive cars? What is the ultimate male fantasy? Is it fame? Fortune? 3 hot chicks at once? Hell yeah, brother.
Jeez.
No, according to men on the internet, it's something a little more simple.
Look at it! This is the scene I was talking about. Oh, hold on. Go back. I was trying to describe this scene, but it wasn't in any of the videos we watched. Also, look at that face. She's like terrified. At first. Watch that.
More simple.
Okay, Bubbles. This was such a very cute scene. And then because she's getting bubbles in his face, he flips her around and pushes her backwards through the field as revenge. It was funny. And this is the scene in the water. It was so cute.
This is literally just a fetish. I fucking hate men so much. Men
and
are
here's
why
where
we
we get
can't
into
have
the
nice
Twitter drama.
things.
OMG, she's getting kidnapped. No, like seriously, I believe that might have been like actually a thing that someone said. I don't remember. Maybe maybe Shoe1Head will cover it, but yeah.
As I was working on an upcoming video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter.
Oops.
Where I saw this post.
What are those comments? Terminally online angry women. That's what.
A montage from the anime Josie the Tiger and the Fish, a movie about a college student who's assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love. Many men were yearn posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this, while many others, mostly women, were absolutely fucking disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing about being with a woman in a wheelchair? See,
I hate where this is going. I really do. Because you imply that disabled people don't deserve love. Shut the fuck up.
seems pretty creepy and predatory, right?
Shut
Also
the fuck
just
up.
unrealistic and problematic. Well, in this video, we are going to...
How is it unrealistic? Ugh. Okay, I'm sure someone will explain.
We're talking about why so many men resonated to that clip and this movie, and why so many people are so confused as to why. We are also going to be reading some absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again, another battlefront for the ongoing, never-ending gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, the dealing with dating apps. Do men prefer thin women or curvy women? Brunettes or blondes? Do women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean-shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Yes. Yes, there are people who like all of those things. What I don't understand why people think that like beauty and attractiveness standard ideals have standards. Beauty and attractiveness ideals have standards. Because they don't. Different people like different things, and even when you look at like different countries have things that are more culturally quote unquote attractive than other countries.
Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Henson Shaving.
No ad. No. Go away ad.
Is on a
Ooh, I didn't want to see that.
And just prevent. And here's the best part: blades. Henson your style switch. 100
Nope.
Henson razor.
Oh my gosh, it's such a long ad.
Now let's get back to the video.
I did skip the ad.
Now, I am not an anime connoisseur. In fact, I basically know nothing about anime. I am probably the most
Yeah, that was also my thing, as I saw this video and I'm like, Shiwanhead watches anime? Guess not.
tourist of all the tourists.
Tourist of all the tourists.
Yeah, hi. I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary in order to advance the plot?
Oh, that explains a lot.
I watched Pokemon and Sailor Moon when I was a kid, and a few years ago I watched Beastars on Netflix. Legoshi, best boy. Not a furry, by the way.
Sure.
And honestly, that's about it for my anime consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime. But because of this clip going viral, I watched Josie the Tiger and the Fish, and, well, I thought it was a good movie. I recommend watching it. I thought it was a really cute, good story.
It is
cute. I only cried a little bit.
Press X'd it out.
And I completely understood what the tweet meant by calling it the average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it? Why did this clip go so viral in such a negative way? Why were thousands of people angry at this post? Well, let us dilly-dally no longer and read some of these angry replies to get a better understanding of what the issue is.
Yes, the drama!
Wholesome male fantasy.
Yes, we definitely doubt.
And it's fetishizing a disabled girl for him to control.
No.
Oh no.
Tell me you didn't watch the movie without telling me you didn't watch the movie, because that's not what the fucking movie is about.
They think, oh god, why? Always vulnerable, always happy, always needs you. Pretty perverted. Where are these fans?
There was no always happy. There was watch the damn movie before you run your mouth, people.
Hundreds of tweets just like this. Why did they see a cute montage of a happy couple, a man and a woman happy, together? I know, unheard of. Why did they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy. And she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like, vulnerable, ooh-woo, sex doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth, she's very sassy and headstrong.
She's extremely sassy and extremely headstrong, to the point that it is the movie's main problem. I don't want to say problem, but it's the movie's main plot point. There we go.
She, like, straight up calls him her servant, but she was also very depressed.
Yeah, that was fun.
She basically never left her house. She was basically a girl failure. As a former girl failure, I love to see representation in media. But they actually show her disability.
As a current girl failure, I also love to see representation in media.
ability, like, not in a good way. Like, they don't romanticize it, they don't sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of romance movies, at least like the Hallmark kind, where it's like the stuffy male lead learning to live life from the quirky, cute female lead, he's already got his shit together. And she learns to live life from him. He encourages her to live her dreams. And in return, he learns to live life in a completely different way. And I thought that was really cool and sweet. Also, the animation was really good. Is anime good? Have I been sleeping on anime this entire time?
Yes. Yes, you have. Become a weeb. Become weeb. Become one of us. Join us.
Fantasy is that she becomes permanently disabled and helplessly dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich.
She was already permanently disabled at the beginning of the fucking movie, which you would know if you just watched the damn movie. And also, not dependent. No, complete opposite. He helps her become more independent. Oh my gosh. Depends on what, Phantom.
Sounds about right. Oh my god, after watching the movie, these tweets are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside,
Thank
just seeing that
you.
like cute montage out of context, where the fuck are they getting this? These are very clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind immediately goes to the darkest, worst faith interpretation of this. The problem is—
Oh, depends on the anime. Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of anime.
these people can't see any humanity in men. They can't see any humanity in humanity in general. Average male fantasy equals girlfriend with no agency who's completely physically dependent on you and forced into blanket subservience and compliance. Sounds about right. You males are weird for fetishizing physically disabled women. Average male fantasy is having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want. Got it. Not to be that guy.
That is not—
I'm gonna be that guy. The infantilization of the physically disabled here is a little, dare I say, ableist.
Thank you! And again, if someone's coming across this video for the first time, the reason why I'm so mad about this shit is because I am physically disabled. I'm not wheelchair bound, but I am physically disabled. And seeing this shit, the way people were talking about this, infuriated me on a personal level. I cannot describe how utterly just infuriated this made me. Because, yeah, I'm a physically disabled woman, but I'm also very independent. I have to work around my disability a lot. Same. Yes, you get it, Phantom. Like, these people out here thinking that they are, I don't know, protecting us or I don't know, giving us a fighting for our, like, rights or something. Like, we don't need you. We're fine. We're doing okay. Okay? We're not little babies. We do fine. Fine. I didn't expect to get this angry at this video, by the way, but here we are.
The implication here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away. Weird. Average men can't even be nice to their healthy and normal girlfriend. What makes you think they'll be able to handle disabled person as their lover? Whoa. Normal? What do you mean by normal?
What do you mean by— yeah,
These
exactly.
people are just so ableist, chat. Can you believe it? Chat?
Yeah, chat, they're so ableist. Oh no. She doesn't even stream, but she's getting streamer brain rot. But more so, they are hurting or trying to talk for us, which they aren't. Yes, yes. They're trying to talk for us without listening to us. Which is completely and utterly infuriating. Also, I love how Shuon Head is completely streamer brain rotted and she doesn't like watch, or she doesn't actually stream. Reminds me of, I heard, I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I heard of someone going around, and it must have been a joke, of people, people have to go around and refer to everyone as chat. Okay, chat. Because they're so like streamer brain rotted. Okay, it was funnier initially, and I think it was a joke, but either way.
I don't even live stream. Who's chat? I'm disabled, blind. So I showed this to my boyfriend. He says, I love you because you're you, and you make my days happier. So what if I have to drive you places or help you with cooking and cleaning? I would have done that anyway. Disability has nothing to do with it. I love you. Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, but, your boyfriend is a rapist. Sorry you had to find out this way. You show this as fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse of disabled people. No, the fantasy is the woman appreciates his efforts to make her happy. Stop lying and abusing women and the disabled. Your meds, schizo. You don't even know that.
I appreciate the mustache. That was a nice touch. Excuse. Yes. Excuse. What the fuck?
Guy, what do you mean stop abusing women and the disabled? Bitch, who are you? Also, the majority of men participate in abuse of disabled people.
No.
Are you okay?
Yes,
the majority of men are not abusers.
She is very comedic. Yes, she has just like this overflowing aura of pure sarcasm that I really relate to. Also, her and I were born on the exact same day. I do believe.
That is a very, very small minority of men. The majority of men are men that just wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and wait for GTA 6 to come.
Wait. Hold on.
People, are you okay? The majority of men are not abusers. That is a very, very small minority of men. The majority of men are men that just wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and...
Anyone else catch the fact that she said take a shit before get out of bed? That I would hope we're not doing things in that order.
And wait for GTA 6 to come out. That is the majority of men. Men commit 95% of all rape, but okay. Barging into the romance section of Barnes & Noble like, attention everyone! Rape! Where is that coming from? So close, this is fetish content. Ah yes, the dirtiest, most taboo of all fetishes.
Everything to these people is fetish content. Like, I think that says more about you than it does about anyone else. Like, you're horny at the stupidest things. Stop it. Get some help.
A happy relationship. Honestly, in 2025, that might be true. Oh, you want a wife and kids? You sick fuck. But
yeah.
This is literally just a perverted fantasy, LMAO.
No.
You think it's a perverted fantasy because... How do I put this nicely? You are a pervert. Literally seeing a cute montage of a male and female character having fun together, being in love together, and being like, rape! He's a rapist! This is a fetish! Are these people okay? Stop watching porn! Wait, this is a woman. Okay, stop reading Taken by the Werewolf Billionaire. Or whatever the fuck you read.
I mean, she has a point. I feel like a lot of these takes are because so many people are just porn brain rotted. And by the way, there is porn for women. I have unfortunately found it. I didn't watch very much of it because I realized very quickly it was porn. but there was a couple years, it wasn't even a couple years ago, because I think I was living in this apartment while I was seeing that shit. But on, no, it might have been a couple years ago. Either way, there was this ad going around on TikTok that was like for a short mini series of like this like werewolf love story, and I kept seeing it and I kept seeing it, and I'm like, okay, that story sounds interesting. However, I am suspicious because I think it might be kind of raunchy. But one day I was bored, so I clicked on the ad and I went to this website, and within the first 2 minutes there was butt sex. I was like, nope, abort. No, I'm fine. You can have it. Not on my screen. So yes, there absolutely is porn for women, and yes, these women are absolutely porn brain rotted.
I swear to God, some of the shit women read would make the most depraved internet gooner blush.
You're not wrong.
Or so I've been told. This is literally
Or
just
so
a
I've been
fetish.
told.
Okay, listen, I'm not gonna pretend there's nobody out there who's like, she can't run away, she has no legs. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there's nobody out there who has a crippled, disabled fetish, okay? I've been on the internet for 20 years. I've been on DeviantArt. I've seen shit you wouldn't believe. But the
There's a fetish
majority
for
of
everything.
people, probably most, if not all the people responding to this, do not have a cripple fetish, okay? In fact,
Yeah.
her being in a wheelchair basically has nothing to do with it. Much like how
Yeah.
females coom over, like, vampires or, like I said before, the billionaire werewolf fantasy. This is just the average male fantasy.
That's true. All the werewolves in the stuff I've seen are billionaires, which... We're not getting very creative with our sexy werewolf love interests. Like, why can't we have, I don't know, a werewolf farmer? A rugged werewolf coal miner or something.
Distilled down to its most extreme. So what is the average male fantasy? The average male fantasy is the fantasy of both men and women alike. It is simply to love and to be loved. But more specifically, the male fantasy is to be a protector and a provider for those that they love. Put a pin in this because we are going to come back to this in a big way, trust me. The average male fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. The average male fantasy is that a woman who isn't fat. The average male fantasy is actually job security.
That's everyone's fucking fantasy these days.
You know what? These guys may have a point here. File alert, men want disabled child wives. Average male fantasy.
I saw this, but I couldn't log on to Twitch with my new computer, but I saw you had this up on YouTube. Hi, Try! Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is being kind of a butt recently, and I might talk about it after this react here. But yeah, Twitch is broken. Who knew becoming a werewolf would make you just rich? The protagonist of my series is gonna be a complaint. Okay, yeah, Twitch kind of does suck right now, and I don't want to get too much into it because a lot of the issues with Twitch are political in nature, and I just don't want to cover politics on my channel, but I am at this moment considering alternatives to Twitch. I'm not gonna lie. Their bums, the site is broken, it's nonstop ads. Yes! And there's that. There's that and like a bunch of, how do I want to put this? A bunch of degenerate streamers running around the site unpunished. You shouldn't talk about it, you'll get wrecked by them for talking poorly since you're still streaming there. That's true. That is true, but you know, if I get like a rage chatter, maybe I can clickbait it. um hey, anything for the views, right?
See, as a disabled child, more proof that men
I love that description of them rage chatter. Yeah.
are pedos. That's a little girl. This is weird. So, first of all, she's literally older than the guy. The guy is 22 and she is 24.
Yes. That is something that was also bothering me when I found that out. I'm like, Jose is older than Tsuneo. Just because she's shorter doesn't mean anything. Also, I totally remember this girl from like a decade ago. It's a wild nostalgia trip. Yeah, I definitely used to watch Shoe Head a lot more than I do now. But she's been covering like some culture stuff that I like am interested in. So I've been watching some of her videos more recently. Yeah.
Anime years, he is practically hag-maxing. And yes, she may be physically disabled, but aren't all men mentally disabled in their own special way? At least the ones in my audience. They will freely admit this. Maybe she, the older woman, is taking advantage of this sensitive young man. Have you ever thought of that? She looks like an 11-year-old child. Where are her breasts? First of all, really weird way to say that. She looks like a child. Show me her titties. Also, I love how like, when anime women have...
Grammar matters. Grammar matters. I'm just saying. Also, not all women have big breasts. I'm just saying. Oh, she grew up around your local area? That's interesting, Try. Although I think a decent amount of YouTubers and musicians came from the state I've lived in my whole life, so it's kind of interesting to see that, though.
Child, where are her breasts? First of all, really weird way to say that. She looks like a child. Show me her titties. Also, I love how like when anime women have huge boobs, it's discussing Coomer porn brain or whatever. But if the anime woman has small boobs, she is a child and you're a chimo. Can't fucking win. Also,
that is also true. That is also... What is the appropriate breast size for you people? Just curious. Actually, no, don't answer that. I'm not that curious.
So if she had big boobs, they'd absolutely be like, wow, look at this sexualization of the disabled. Also, you know, like adult women can be flat-chested, right? Like that actually exists in real life.
No, don't answer that. I don't know why I asked. Let's just forget. Just wipe that from your memory, okay? Also, I was more talking to the grumpy people on Twitter, not to you. You're fine. Just don't.
Like adult human women can have small boobs. We love all titties here on the Shoe on Head channel. All titties is good titties. End of story. Women fantasy. A boyfriend with depth and a loving, soft, deeply caring side of them.
Personality over everything else. Yes. Absolutely. Listen, if I can't stand your personality, you're not attractive. End of story. I don't care how pretty your face is. If your personality is shit, you're not attractive.
Men's fantasy. 12-year-old anime girl who looks and speaks like a toddler.
She
also
doesn't speak like a toddler.
The shape and size of a child.
She's not. Yeah. No.
Have you people ever seen a child? No. You're all childless. Silly me. She's...
More relevant question. Have these people ever seen an actual human woman in her 20s? Because I've seen plenty of them. And they don't... They match. They match well enough to the representations of women that everyone keeps calling pedobait. Have they ever seen something outside of their room in the last 5 years? No. Probably not.
She's not even that short. She's just sitting. See, like
Yeah.
when they're laying side by side, she's like a full-grown adult woman.
Yes.
Why do these people look at this and immediately think of child rape? Go to therapy. And listen, I know
Yes,
with
please.
anime can get a little weird, right? Like, excuse me, Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan is 2,000 years old, and this is Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan. But this does not even look like a child. This looks like
No.
a cute woman. This is like a random rant, but I feel like there are no more cute women nowadays. You know what I mean? You have all like the Insta baddies, the e-thots, the e-girls, the muscle mommies, the boss babes, the boy babes. But I feel like every woman is just hot now. Which, by the way, I don't think is healthy for the male psyche whatsoever. You shouldn't
No.
wake up and be able to scroll through pictures of, like, the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life, like, 20 times before you've had, like, your morning cup of coffee. You shouldn't log in and immediately be one-shotted by 10 tens all day, as if that wouldn't make you go insane, as if that wouldn't make you crash out. Like, back in the day, you'd probably see, like, one fine dame on your bus ride to work, and you'd think about her for 40 years until the day you die. That's how it used to be. That's how it should be. Every woman is like a crazy, hot, unobtainable Instagram goddess with the fattest of ass. Zoomers don't know how good
Yes.
we had it. You'd go to Blockbuster, and the 21-year-old cashier behind the counter would be the most adorable woman you've ever seen. No Botox, no lip filler, just a pure soul, full of joy and whimsy. And now women are full of hate and SSRIs, but they're hot. They're hotter than they've ever been. They're hotter and more depressed than they've ever been. And
Yeah, I think part of the problem is that we've really shifted our beauty standards away from what is realistic. Either one sounds crazy. Yeah.
in history, sad.
We have
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, anime. I didn't take my Vyvanse today, could you tell? Men's fantasy. A big titty woman with the face of a 16-year-old that is useful for cooking, cleaning, and sex.
No.
Women's fantasy. Gets treated like a queen and a man who keeps tracks of our periods so he can take care of us. I think I speak for a lot of women here when I say our fantasies do not, in fact, include men tracking our periods.
I mean, I've seen some women have this opinion online. So, I guess that's fairly like factual. But I don't know.
Personally, if my husband was like, honey, just a reminder, you're in your luteal phase, I'm taking the kids. Men like to pretend they want this, and then they beat their wife when dinner isn't ready or their son when he's misbehaving. First of all, I'm sorry that happened to you. But there are in fact good men out there. I've seen them. Some may be in this very audience. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. This is the shoe on head audience. You're all gremlins. Male fantasy.
Man, a lot of this is being towards what men are thinking. Yeah. I mean, people tend to assume in general that they know what other people are thinking. Especially when it comes to like politics too. Like I've had conversations with people where they sort of veer off into politics and I'm just like not interested in the conversation at the moment because while I do sort of keep an eye on what's going on in the world, I don't care to talk about it, especially if you are a fanatic of one side or the other. But then because I don't want to talk about it, that means that I clearly voted for the person that said person trying to start the conversation doesn't like. Like, what? No, I just want to have a conversation about anything else right now. I hate those types of people. I knew someone very annoying that said that he said he could talk for any minute. Oh. I hate that kind of shit too.
Fantasy equals a woman that can't run away from him. A woman that's dependent on him. Interesting. When men are involved, it's...
And again, I would like to point out that over the course of this movie, Josie ran away. At least twice that I can think of right now. Probably more times, but at least twice that I can think of right now. Just saying.
Basic survival instinct to assume the worst. Men are guilty until they prove themselves innocent.
You
You know what? I take my opinions back on free speech. I changed my mind. No more free speech. No more free speech until you bitches learn to behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman.
Hello, good people. I am the ambassador of all men on earth. I see. Okay, try. Tell us, try, ambassador of all men on earth. Why the fuck are you the way you are?
I'm sorry, where is the rape, ma'am? Maybe that's how you see
Wait
it.
a minute.
It's a man who won't rape her, and
Oh.
no more free speech until you bitches learn to behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman. I'm sorry, where is the rape, ma'am? Maybe that's how you see it, because you're brainwashed to hate men. So true.
We just want to play 7 Days to Die and the game still hasn't reached its final form. Dude, I kind of want to play 7 Days to Die, but I still have a computer that will not run it. It will crash. And I'm broke and I can't afford a new computer right now. But I would love to play 7 Days to Die with you guys. For sure.
I hate how... But in reality, women are the real demons here. Oh, god damn it. We just want to have...
Keep updating it so it probably runs even worse somehow. Oh no. Been a while since I've seen that game. I was talking about that game with, I think, one of my coworkers today. Yeah, because I think her husband plays 7 Days to Die. And I'm like, oh, I like that game too, but my computer won't run it because my computer's a piece of garbage.
Be relationship. Is it so much to ask for?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is. Oh look, more misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men. This is why 70% of anime is garbage.
A lot of anime is written by women. A lot of shoujo anime geared towards primarily young boys, is written by women. I don't know the exact statistics, but there are big anime that are written by women.
So, here's the thing, that, misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men...
Please tell me this was written by a woman.
by Saiko Tanabe, a woman. A
Yes.
woman wrote this story.
Yes.
And I feel like a
Thank
very
you.
important detail everyone is sleeping on when they covered this was the fact that this is very much the female fantasy as well. A man
Yes.
loving you for who you are despite your flaws, literally sweeping you off your feet and carrying you around on adventures, helping you live out your dreams, face your fears, and
Yes.
supporting you through the
Yes.
good and bad times. You're going to sit here and tell me that's not the female fantasy too? Is this not
Thank
the
you.
basic female
Oi.
fantasy? Is this not the knight in shining armor coming to rescue you?
It definitely
and falling
is.
in love with you? Why
Maybe a little bit too much in some cases, but it definitely is.
are there so many women so mad at this? Are men now the hopeless romantics? Are men now the ones yearning for a fairy tale romance? Is this why all the Disney remakes are like, she's not gonna be saved by the prince, she's a strong, independent woman? Meanwhile, men still want to be the prince, men still want to be the knight in shining armor. Men are like, I will save you from your monotonous 9-to-5 job. I will give you a house and babies. And women are like, no, I must be an actuarial consultant. Be gone, vile misogynist. Is that what is occurring here? Also, that aside, there literally is a gender-swapped version of this story.
Oh, look at that.
Called Perfect World. It is a manga. Mango?
Mango.
Do not come for me, weebs. Men will statistically leave their wives and partners the moment they find out they're disabled or have a life-threatening condition. You're right, it is a fantasy.
I'm not gonna lie. And I know Reddit is not exactly the the platform of truth. But I think I've heard more Reddit stories about wives leaving their husbands when they find out that they have a terminal illness. I'm just saying.
Actually, that study was debunked by the authors themselves, who admitted they did the math wrong. It's actually not much higher, but then again, even if it was, and it happens, I've seen it happen to people. It's terrible. Marriage should be through sickness and through health. But that's not really the point here. And the fact that so many people are focusing on the wheelchair part of this just proves that they just don't get it. The ones of pure mind and pure soul get it. But these fucking semen demons out here, they don't get it. But not all semen demons. The amount of people in comments who just don't get that men want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money. Oh, thank you. A sane person. Hopefully the replies aren't full of people calling her a pick-me. Pick-me alert. Least obvious pick-me. Me, pick me please. Hope you picks you, sis. Pick me. An incel could have written this. Fuck. Why are so many VTubers either pick-me's or racist? You mean why do so many female VTubers disagree with you? Why so many aren't towing the mainstream liberal feminist NPC line? Because they can. See, the most
exactly. Semen demons. Never thought I'd hear that. Yeah. I mean, fair, I guess.
Powerful weapon women have against other women is social ostracization. You don't want to be seen as a pick-me or a racist, so you keep your mouth shut in order to survive in female social circles. But in the cases of VTubers, virtual YouTubers, they're basically anonymous. They can say anything they want. They're basically wearing a mask. They're free from the chains of the eternal HR Longhouse. But apparently, even being anonymous online does not save them, because they still get doxxed for simply not hating men.
Yeah, this is stupid. This is completely and utterly stupid. And I hate that we have a society where it's kind of to be expected now that if you have internet beef with someone, it's entirely possible that you get doxxed. Seek therapy.
Lovely. Maybe I should save this rant for a different video someday. Moving on. Men are why
I will react to that video if she does. That's a more of a real world thing, but like it probably needs to be explored a lot more.
Nice things, by the way. First of all, men make all the things. Thank you. Also,
okay. I know that said pick me, but I read that as dick me. That P was barely a P, bro.
Realized it was a man saying that. It was a whole ass man saying men are why we can't have nice things. I don't deserve this trophy. This is for you, sir. This is for you. I'm not worthy. Listen, I make women jokes. I'm very critical of feminism and propaganda aimed at women. But you will never catch me in a million years saying some shit like women are why we can't have nice things. I have a mom. I have female family members. I have female friends. Maybe one day I'll have a daughter. Women make the world a beautiful place and, like men, can be flawed and deserve criticism like anyone else. But there is something genuinely so cucked about people who put down their own gender or race. Oh god, race.
I read it as drinking. I was thinking, does that mean she drinks a lot?
Self-hating white people. Don't get me started on self-hating white people. White people are so evil. I hate being white. White people can't dance. No. White people food is so gross. You're not getting into Wakanda, bro.
Listen. The only good white people joke is the white girl will adopt every furry animal, call it a puppy. We'll see any furry animal, no matter how feral, call it a puppy and adopt it. Because it's fucking true. I am that white girl. Or at least I would be if I didn't have to pay pet rent.
Not getting invited to the cookout. Enough. But yeah, women were not the only ones who had a problem with this. There were a lot of men who didn't quite relate to this being the average male fantasy. It's fine to love the disabled. I didn't need to remind you that. But to glorify it, this anime is certainly Marxist propaganda.
What kind of mental gymnastics is this? What? My brain is getting a cramp trying to stretch over the completely twisted logic of this sentence. The fuck?
The movie is about him taking a job as her caretaker, and when he learns of her dreams, he makes it his mission to help her dreams come true.
Yes.
So it is Marxist propaganda to help a disabled person pursue their dreams.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's woven in. Empathy is the target of propaganda.
What?
Marxism is when girl in wheelchair. I love this. Empathy is the target of propaganda. Every piece of media that makes you feel empathy is communism.
This is dumb levels of stupid. I agree. I agree, and that is going to become a new quote of mine. This is dumb levels of stupid. Cause there's a lot of that floating around. Any self-hating is kind of it. It really is. It really is, bro. Self-hating, that shit takes too much energy. Stop it. Yeah, this is one thing that turns me off someone. Is it too much self-hatred or deprecation? Yeah, I get a little bit. I get jokingly self-deprecation. Like, I do that. But at a certain point, like, you gotta just love yourself. Like, as a joke is funny is one thing, yes. Yeah. But at a certain point, like, you gotta have some confidence to exist in the world. Like, come on, you're not that bad.
Political brain rot. If you're at the point where you see this and you're thinking of communism, you need to log off. You are unwell. I'm sorry,
Touch
but when
grass.
I reproduce, I don't want a high probability of my offspring being mentally or physically retarded. We need a better class of incels whose bar is higher than the retarded.
What? I've had a lot of problems with the server because some people kept doing that even when it's against the rules. Ugh. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that in the past going around in communities online, and I just realized, you know what? I have to step away because it affects my mental health.
She's not retarded, she has a spinal injury that's not genetic. Also, what is this LARP? I love how everyone is just kind of having like a normal conversation about this clip, and this guy just comes out of nowhere like, I would never put my pure white seed in such a vile creature. Like, you absolutely know this guy has a non-white girlfriend. They all do, all these, like, I hate white people women always have white boyfriends. All these, I hate non-white people boys always have non-white girlfriends. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it too many times. I guarantee you when this man logs off of his Black Sun Roman statue Twitter account, he's clapping Latina booty cheeks. My fantasy is not being a simp, but okay. Fellas, is it
What?
simping to love a woman? Nah, this is not the male fantasy. That man is a beta male. If she wasn't in a wheelchair, she would leave him for Chad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, we've reached the other end of the spectrum. It's like, oh, what? Which honestly, when you start talking about like the freaking, oh, beta versus Chad versus whatever, it's all shallow shit. Do you people not have personalities? Do you not expect other people to have personalities? No, you do not. You are just, you have blobs for brains.
Fellas, is it beta to love a woman? This is not my fantasy. This is some gay shit, to be honest. Fellas, is it gay to love a woman? What no pussy does to a motherfucker. Brother, I've seen what pussy does to a motherfucker. And it's far worse. The average male fantasy is taking care of their crippled wife. I don't think I've ever had that fantasy before. I thought it was gonna be about going on some quest to kill the dragon to win the princess or something. It is.
Yeah.
That is the average male fantasy. But there
It gets so horseshoe. Eventually, people get to calling you gay for simping for women. People are nuts. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And this is not even the first time I've seen people say that it's gay to, like a woman. A certain type of woman. I think people a while ago were saying that about, like, bodybuilders. It's like, if you into this, you gay. And it's just, like, a fairly muscular, yet not necessarily roided out, but like a very fit, muscular woman. There's a whole political movement for this, but I'm not getting into that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. People, I don't understand how people can exist without their how these people specifically can exist without their rotted brains falling out of their ears. The Bodybuilders Forum, I remember seeing that shit like 2 decades ago. I've seen it a little bit more recently, but yeah. Like, oh my, people. Therapy, all of you.
There are no dragons to slay, there are no princesses to save. But there is that little old lady in the grocery store who can't quite reach that top shelf. There's that heavy box the pretty girl you work with can't quite lift herself. There's that jar of tomato sauce your wife can't quite open. There's that Lego set your little son can't quite put together himself. Or there is this paraplegic girl who wants to see the ocean. This is the Princess and the Dragon story. And despite what many are told, men do have a lot of love to give. And they want some kind of excuse or mechanism to show that love. In a world where men expressing themselves is either seen as toxic or gay. And one way of expressing that love is...
Oh, hold on. Moxie's on... Twitch. Hey sis, you missed my call cause you live. Nothing bad, I just realized. Only having 1 gauge. Oh no. Moxie lost one of his gauges. Way to go, bro. Way to go.
solving problems. Men fucking love solving problems. I don't know what it is. They also love reading Wikipedia articles. The amount of times I walked over and my husband is reading...
Could be in your room. I mean, I didn't see it. I didn't see it in the bathroom, so I bet it is.
Reading a random fucking Wikipedia article about like the world's tallest buildings or like a random battle in World War II. I didn't know if this was autism or what, but apparently it's a man thing. Anyway, yes, men love solving problems. And in a world that makes them feel useless, makes them feel like they have no purpose, men desperately feel like they need to prove their worth. They are desperately looking for a purpose in life. So it is not at all shocking to me that the modern young man is seeing a clip like this and longing for this.
Also, first of all, have fun at work, Moxie. Second of all, yes, exactly. Like, if you are a problem-solving type of person, which I think to an extent everyone kind of wants a problem to solve, because if you have a problem you can solve, even if it's something small, if you have a problem that you are the solution to, that gives you a purpose. And the problem is we're trying to pretend like we have no problems. Or that we don't need help. Men like fixing it, no wonder Jimmy kept saying it, right?
A lot of modern men don't have a chance to prove themselves, to make something of their lives. They don't have a chance to provide anything for anyone because they don't have anything to provide, and they don't have anyone. They are doing everything their grandfathers did, but seeing none of the results.
Yes.
They're lost. What can they provide? And as I said earlier, her being in a wheelchair is the protector and provider instinct taken to a extreme. And yes, it is a fantasy, considering if you ask anyone who's actually in a wheelchair, they know it's not all butterflies and rainbows, and they know that it's hard on relationships. It can be difficult on their partner. But just like in the movie, it's not shown as butterflies and rainbows. Josie feels like a burden. But towards the end of the movie, the guy takes on that burden. Not because he gets something in return, but because it's his duty. Because it makes her happy, which makes him happy in return.
Yeah, because he wanted to help. Because he sees something in her. And A small spoiler alert, there is a part of the movie where Tsuneo does see Josie had made a whole bunch of art that was themed around the ocean. And Tsuneo, being that he wants to be like a diver and photograph like a school of this rare fish only found in Mexico, he has like a soft spot for anyone. His words, he has a soft spot for anyone who enjoys the ocean. Because that's his passion, right? And shoot, where was I going with this? Hold on.
Loyalty, duty, virtue, acts of service big makes in return, but because it's his duty, because it makes her happy, which...
And so, okay, there we go. So when Tsuneo basically finds out that he and Jose have a similar interest, he finds, first of all, he finds that maybe he can help her resolve some of these emotional issues she's having because, you know, she's a shut-in, she's very like antisocial, and he does. And he uses that sort of connection to connect with Jose. One of the first places Tsuneo takes her is to his other job where, you know, they take people out on dives, right? So he takes her to meet his other coworkers because they're all common interests. And so there's a problem that all of a sudden now he thinks he can help with. And that's sort of, you can see that sort of does like light a spark in Tsuneo because their relationship was very tense to begin with. But yes, you give someone a problem to solve, to help someone else overcome, that gives them purpose and it helps build a relationship. And by the way, it goes the other way around because Jose ends up doing it for Tsuneo at the end of the movie,
which makes him happy in return. Loyalty, duty, virtue, acts of service, big or small. Men live for that shit. And yes, these are stereotypes. Not everyone fits into these boxes, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it's true. When many men look at this relationship, that is what they see. And a lot of modern women are looking at this relationship and being disgusted because, in a way, it's the complete inverse of the strong, independent woman they've been sold. They've been told they need to be. The modern woman crafted by modern Disney for modern audiences. Unlike the Hollywood-crafted modern woman, this woman does need her man. She's not strong and she's not independent, at least physically. This doesn't mean she's like an empty vessel with no thoughts or freedom. No, in fact, in the movie, Josie does roll away from him a few times. It is a fantasy not because of a power imbalance, but because the man has a tangible purpose, and the woman is willingly and lovingly letting him fulfill that purpose.
Because I can depend on you. I know that if I ever feel frightened, I can just reach out to you.
Men simply want something good to die for, to make it beautiful to live. This manifests in a lot of ways, but the most common is having a loving partner and/or a family. Something unobtainable to many people nowadays. So yes, literally one of the most normal things ever is becoming a fantasy. Sad. Also, men will deny this, but they...
Yeah. That is kind of sad. Because it really should be normal. It should be normal in relationships that, you know, you get into a relationship to provide for the other person, provide something that you can bring to them. But no, can't be like that. Because Twitter said so. Because Twitter says you're strong and independent.
They absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. And that is the male biological clock. Everything you do, the money you make working that grating 9-to-5 job, it will all be for something bigger and more important than yourself one day. You will come home to a warm and happy home, greeted by people who care about you, and love you, and rely on you, and everything will make sense then. Until then, you'll just be on the internet, being called a misogynist, for wanting something bigger and more important than yourself, for wanting something beautiful and normal. And that is the average male fantasy. That, and 3 hot chicks at once. Hell yeah, brother! You know what I'm saying? So that was that little video. Men in the comments, let me know, am I correct? Is that the average male fantasy? Or is it not that deep? Men and women in the comments, what is your fantasy? And no, I
feel
don't
like
mean
that's
that.
the
I don't want to hear about how you want to be crushed by a 12-foot futa. That is between you and God, not you and Shiron. I mean, what is your ultimate dream? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want a nice big family one day? Do you want to own a farm?
I just want to not pay an exorbitant amount of rent. Is that so much to ask? It's a theme present in stories over generations, and it's pretty wild how people in the last 5 minutes have decided that this is something a problem. Yes! Should be normal, but a lot of people lack common sense. Can look at some funny internet videos or local news of crazy people to see. Oh, yes. Or just, you know, get a job in public service. It's not that deep. We just want to go out hiking and fishing in the forest and come home and relax. Very nice, yeah. I've been watching a lot of, like, tiny home videos of people, like, either making or touring just small homes, tiny homes that are usually pretty parked in nature, so a lot of them are off grid, and I'm like, that'd be a nice life. Can't really do it though. Don't really have the means to it right now, but it's just nice to dream.
Do you want to live in a shed in the woods and make pipe bombs? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you soon with a new video.
Alright, well, I definitely appreciated that video. If you all want to go give that a like as well, here you go. There is the link. I'm not putting that on Twitch because I don't think there's anyone on Twitch. Also, the ads are, again, like... Okay, look, there you go. Ad break. I meant to grab the avatar. Ad break in progress. If you'd seen that over that whole video, there were so many trying to start up, which is annoying. There we go. Okay. Oh, great. Now we have spam on Twitch. Okay, Twitch. Okay, Twitch. Hold on. What the fuck is this? Twitch, what are you doing? Just... What? Oh. Just ban. Go away. There's a lever now. For like, how long do you want this person banned? Just, yes. Yes, ban them. Anyway, I'm about to grab something to eat. Alright, try, enjoy your foods. I will see you around. I was watching Twitch because it had less delay, but now it's like a 2-minute break. So watching with a delay on YouTube? Oh, I see. Are there worse ads than Raid Shadow Legends? From my last experience actually watching a Twitch stream, the ads, there were only about 3 of them, and they just played over and over and over again. Ugh. Which was ridiculous. Okay. So I did forget that I have 2 Discord-related videos to watch because... Yes, on to the next thing. I do want to set up a lovely Discord community. I didn't think I was going to spend that long reacting to Shoe on Head, though. I'm not going to lie. So, I think... Oh, who did this? Alive! Yo! Yo! These are really good edits. Was this you? Was this you? Because these are freaking sick. Is it about the Discord bot that is taking people's art to improve AI art? Ugh! No. No. So, if you can see here, thanks. You're welcome. Those are freaking amazing. I love them. Dude! I need to maybe hire you. Maybe at some point I'll, like, commission you to do some thumbnails for me. I don't know, like, what sort of video I would be doing that would require this kind of thumbnail, but that would be sick for a fucking YouTube thumbnail. Anyway. So this is my new server. I did just, like, jazz hands at the screen as if you could see me. There's this thing on Discord, this new feature, hold on, called Discord Community. And I think it would be really cool. Fun fact about the Dorothy versus Alice. As you can see, the swirls and dirt holes in the tan. It is how they were brought into the world, tornadoes and through a rabbit hole. Yo, hold on a second. Let me go look at that closer. Dorothy and Alice. Oh! A tornado? That's cool. Dude. Okay. But no, seriously, we should. Let's see. Let's bring up this. So I started making this a while ago for creating a new server. And I also have notes that I left on the other side of the room on a piece of paper about what I sort of wanted to do. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting tired. I have a bit of a toothache today. So I actually might make this a shorter stream than I was initially planning, because talking is getting difficult. One of these days I'll be able to talk without either losing my voice or completely exhausting myself. Hold on. Drink of tea. Still very hot even after an hour. I have this new little mug that I got actually at a concert with a band logo on it. Anyway, yeah, rip. Fucking rip. I need to call a dentist. Let me go get the notepad out of my purse that I've been writing ideas down in, and I'll put them onto the Millinote board here, and we can go over them, and if you have any suggestions for refinements, we will sort of work that in, and then that can be the end of the stream, and then I will watch the, like, Discord community videos on my own time, and we will figure out how to, excuse me, generally make a Discord community. Also, on my own time, I want to create custom art for said Discord community. So I haven't done that. I forgot that I kind of wanted to do that this week, and it's not done. So that's a thing I'll have to do. Anyway, let me go grab that notebook because I'm a dum-dum and left it on the other side of the room. There we go, there we go. Okay, find. Do. Alright. So then. Let me see. Can I create like a new board? Yes. Channels. Alright. Empty board, mood board, creative brief, project plan, story plan. Let's just make it an empty board. So I can just drag notes. So I'm going to kind of do this, format this in a way that makes it kind of look like a Discord server. So here's, like, you know how you have the categories and then, like, the hashtags. Yeah, there we go, hashtags, that's what I'll do. Alright. So, from what I know currently about the Discord community's function, is that you can enable the ability to have like actual separate forums instead of just actual forums in Discord instead of just chat rooms. So I kind of want a mix of both chat rooms and forums because I would love to have a space where people can share their projects in a more organized way. And somewhat specifically a way that I can share my projects, like any stories that I'm writing, in a more organized way. I have cut that off weirdly, didn't I? Hold on. Is it bothering me? I cropped that weirdly. I'm just gonna put it there. Anyway, so currently what I have as far as categories, we have literary analysis, if I spelled that right. And I'm gonna make a note for each category and then I'll put what the channels are supposed to be. All right. And then original, I put in my notes just forums to write your own stories, which that doesn't really roll off the tongue. We're gonna say original works. And then another note. What is it? It says resources to grow. I definitely don't want to call it like resources to grow, but basically I want a way to, a section where you can share ideas or share tips on how to improve your craft. There we go. Words. So let's just call it like the classroom. There we go. Perfect. All right. Put one down here. Those be cool. The ideas, yes. I'm glad you like them. If you have anything you would want to see in this sort of critiques, reviews, brainstorming, yes, that is supposed to be on here. Let me see. Here, let's call it collaboration. And we say critiques. What's up, Bob? Reviews. Brainstorming. Perfect. Thank you, Phantom. That is something that I feel like I meant to write down, but I didn't. Okay. So we're gonna say the classroom, and because I and some of our other already established members, which by the way, Bob, perfect timing, in this new Discord server, I definitely want a TTR. Oh, hello. Hey! I want to delete the whole thing. Yes, I hit delete more times than I needed to, but don't do that. TTRPG section. Da, 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 da. Okay. So then, back to these. These are the categories that I was thinking of putting in, at least for text channels. And we are going to go, let's see, in the literary analysis, I want a place where we can talk about books, movies, because movies do have a literary element to them, video games, hello, formatting, and music. There we go. Okay, so the literary analysis section, this is going to be where we all share other works from other people and sort of analyze it in a not critical as in negative, but a critical as in thoughtful way. All right. And then the original works. Definitely want originals. Hold on. I want to format this right. So we definitely want to have a place where you can just come in, post your own story you wrote completely from scratch. This next one I'm kind of on the fence about. But I think maybe designating a spot for fan fictions as well. Basically setting up Discord for art section. Yes. I think I need a, hold on. I need another category for visual arts. There we go. So, yeah. Although I did put comics under this, like, original works section. Oh, now I'm confusing myself, aren't I? But I have, you can share poetry if you write poetry. And yes, I did put that in there simply because I am currently playing through Doki Doki Literature Club, and that is kind of rotting my brain somewhat. I have a few concept fan fictions that I can do. Nothing weird, by the way. Yeah, okay, so the basic general rule, and I do have, well, hold on, let me pull it up like on the Discord server itself. The rules here, basically, you know, be respectful, don't spam, no plagiarism. Respect privacy also goes under the be respectful, but please, for the love of everything good, if I hear of someone getting doxxed in my fucking, because of my fucking Discord, I'm going to lose my shit. No political shit, please. There's enough of that. Yeah, no advertising. Discord servant report. Oh, I think I forgot to add a no NSFW. I do apologize, but I'm not into NSFW stuff, so I do not want to see it on my server because I have to moderate my server, which means I at kind of minimum have to be aware of what is being posted. So I'm gonna edit this a little bit here. We're gonna put it closer to the top. Maybe. Well, it is, Did I put NSFW in someone's here? No. Okay. I do not work with that, so no need to worry about me. Sick. Look forward to reading your stuff, man. Brained. Okay, no spam. I'm gonna put it here. Oh, shh. I forgot how this works. So this is the new number 3. No NSFW. Keep it PG-13 at maximum. There we go. No NSFW, I'm gonna say, or gore. There we go. Now I need an emote to put there. I think I've used all my emotes. Maybe this one. Hello, where did I just put that? Excuse you. Wait. Oh, I put it in the chat. There we go. And now I need to switch all the numbers. This is a new number 4. This is a new number 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Da 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 da. Okay. I just got home from 40k practice game and just set my Easy Pass up. Drive on all the toll roads now. Oh, yeah, nice. Do you have a lot of toll roads where you are? I guess you would if you would have Easy Pass, but like, I mean, it's probably just because I don't live in like hugely metropolitan areas. I do not see toll roads anywhere near any place that I typically go on a normal day. Okay, back to the dock. Thank you. Okay. So in the classroom, how about this? We tips and tricks. So we have a channel for people to set up their own, or for people to give their own sort of advice if they think they have something cool to say. For my vacation next week. Oh, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely get to where you're going faster. Also, what about TTRPG? Oh, I wanted to have a TTRPG section specifically in this server, in the new server. Back to the classroom. You have a space for people to offer advice. Excuse me. And then you have a space to share online tutorials that you find. And okay, the other one I had in this section was like forums to get input on ideas, but that's sort of the like now under the collaboration umbrella. So we'll leave that one out. So that's it for now for the TTRPG section. And Bob, I would love your input here. We have, let's put character sheets to share, you know, whatever characters you come up with and their stats and stuff. Campaign ideas for like homebrew campaigns. Homebrew campaigns and stuff like that. And okay, so the next two ideas I wrote down as number one, forums to talk about different systems, you know, because D&D is not like D&D versus like the character backgrounds. Yeah, that would be like in character sheets, or you put like all your characters like stats and backstory and stuff like that. I would definitely love to see it. I love looking at people's original characters, TTRPG related or not. Yeah, alt TTRPGs. There we go. Just to talk about other TTRPGs. Also, because we can create forums in this community format, I thought about having a section for like people to have actual campaigns maybe. Also, I should eat and prep within. Yo, over on Twitch, Joma So Hot, thank you so much for the follow. What is up? Sorry for the name. You can call me Leon or Joma. Okay. Alright. Jomama. Oh, goodness, I can't read. Leon, hello. Hello. What is up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by and for the follow. Gee. We are just real quick brainstorming some ideas for a new community Discord. I want to create a Discord for creative people to share, you know, creative things. So this is just sort of all our channels and categories here. Love to support others? Heck yeah! Stick around. When I open the server, I will definitely like announce it and post it. And something about like, okay, so in the TTRPG section I wanted to put like campaign hosts. Hello. Ah! Also, I think we need a mini section. That is for sure. Because Bob makes some sick minis. I forget, is there a section for my edits? That would go into the visual arts Phantom, which is next. I sound so young. I'm not telling you how old I am. You'll just have to imagine. Alright. So, for the visual arts, of course, we can put, understood, yes. Do you want Phantom a section for edits specifically? I think that would be good. We have a section for edits, a section for digital art here. Maybe a section for I am of legal age to be streaming. That is all I'm going to say. Now, please stop talking about ages in my chat. If you want. Yeah. I'm trying to come up with it because I didn't pre-write down ideas for like the visual art section, which I can't believe I did that. considering, you know, how much art I actually draw. Okay. Okay, so we have like edits, digital art, traditional art, for sure. And I think edits could be like Photoshop or videos, maybe. Or both, excuse me. What else do I want to do? Animation, probably. Which is something I kind of want to get into, to be fair. Okay, so as of right now, we've run out of the ideas that I wrote down in a little notebook. I promise you, I thought I had more, but we've run out. But right now, we have a section for literary analysis, so this is where you gather to talk about stuff other people have made, books, movies, video games, and music. Stuff for your original works. I'm gonna say original fiction here. Hold on. I'm gonna say writing instead. Original fiction, fan fiction. Oh, can I not format that incorrectly? Poetry. I want to get animation, but I need the equipment and knowledge to do. Sadly, also try to draw my characters. Yeah, okay. So the program I use to do all of my visual art stuff, Clip Studio Paint, has an animation function. I have the tools. I probably many years ago, well, I'm gonna say years ago, I did dabble a little bit in animation. Granted, it was Flash animation, but it's been a while. It has been a long while, but that might be something I get into eventually. So we have original fiction, fan fiction, poetry. I'll say poetry and songs. Because like poetry and music kind of go hand in hand a lot of the time. I think that's good for that. And the classroom, we have like tips and tricks and tutorial. So we have a channel. Oh, excuse me. We have a channel for the users to give tips and tricks, and we have a channel for you to just share online tutorials that you like. Okay. And collaboration, critiques, reviews, brainstorming. Yes. A TTRPG section. A visual arts section. I think for now, that is good. That's at least all I can think of. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. This is more organized than I was before. I'm gonna save this. I am going to end the stream, and I'm gonna sit and think. Does this mean we can play TTRPGs? I would absolutely love to. And then I would absolutely love to have like channels where you can have your own campaign online. Yes. Of course, you know, keep everything within the rules and whatnot. But yes, for sure. I get a drink. All right. So if no one else has any ideas, I've run out of them. So I do believe I will probably call that a stream. I'll hang out for just another minute in case either of you have any more ideas. And then we will probably head off. Let me see here. Do. Well, none at the moment, but if I do, I will let you know. Okay, fantastic. There's some confirmation. All right. So then, yes, if you have any other ideas, if you are a part of the current Discord, I do consider you a collaborator. Just let me know, just in the general chat, just at me, hey, what about this or whatever, and we'll talk it out. And then I'll watch the videos on creating Discord communities off stream, and I will come back next Saturday, so long as, you know, nothing crazy comes up, and we will start actually putting together the Discord. So yeah, that is it. That is all for today. Thank you all so much for coming out and hanging out, for reacting with me, for chatting about Discord and our ideas. I absolutely love bouncing ideas off you and just talking crap. I should be back next Saturday, barring any, you know, crazy shit happening. I will see you all then. Bye-bye.